Hello and welcome to Newsfeed, your daily dose of what people are talking about online, from news stories to what's trending. Hollywood actors have joined a screenwriters' strike for better pay and serious concerns about the use of AI. It's the first industry-wide shutdown in more than 60 years, bringing the $134 billion American movie and TV business to a standstill. The stars of the hotly anticipated Oppenheimer walked out of the blockbuster's London premiere right after the strike was announced by actors union SAG-AFTRA. The strike means actors can no longer promote some of the year's biggest releases at the peak of the summer blockbuster season. The majority of U.S. film and TV productions have now grinded to a halt. More than 160,000 actors, from A-listers like Meryl Streep and Jennifer Lawrence to TV extras, are represented by the union.
We are the victims here. We are being victimized by a very greedy entity. I am shocked by the way the people that we have been in business with are treating us. I cannot believe it, quite frankly. How far apart we are on so many things. How they plead poverty, that they're losing money left and right when giving hundreds of millions of dollars to their CEOs. It is disgusting. Shame on them. They stand on the wrong side of history at this very moment. The entire business model has been changed by streaming, digital, AI. This is a moment of history that is a moment of truth. If we don't stand tall right now, we are all going to be in trouble. We are all going to be in jeopardy of being replaced by machines.
Let's delve deeper into the key issues at the heart of the actors and writers' strikes. Both parties want a formal acknowledgement that the industry has significantly changed. They argue the current model squeezes what they earn. Most SAG-AFTRA members earn less than $26,000 annually, while many writers struggle to make even a living wage. Repeat fees are a vital source of income for both actors and writers. However, streaming platforms have disrupted this payment system as they tend to hold on to series and films indefinitely. Plus, the lack of audience ratings means writers can't calculate the true value of their work. Another concern is the role of artificial intelligence in the industry. While AI has the potential to be a valuable tool, actors want protection over their digital likenesses, while writers say AI could be used to write entire scripts or complete unfinished screenplays. The shutdown of the U.S. movie and TV industry is going to cost Hollywood millions of dollars a day and potentially impact us all.
If everything is sort of shut down the way it has right now, where we as consumers are going to be very impacted. And I don't know about you, but I'm already waiting far too long to see the next season of something, months ahead sometimes. And so it's going to be even more frustrating. And maybe some shows won't survive this. Maybe some shows they'll decide to cancel, and that'll be disappointing to those of us who liked those shows. So I think that it's going to impact all of us, and I think that we as consumers will be frustrated with it very soon as well.
As news of their Hollywood walkout hit the internet, people online couldn't help but share memes of SAG-AFTRA President Fran Drescher in her iconic 90s role as Fran Fine in the hit sitcom The Nanny.
Wait a minute, are the busboys on strike? Oh my God, those poor people. Who's gonna clear their tables?
It's fine. For you?
Mr. Sheffield, I can't go in there. My mother had 3 rules. Never make contact with a public toilet. Never, ever, ever cross a picket line. What was the 3rd one?
Speaking of pay and work conditions, women have had it especially hard of late, particularly since COVID-19 struck. Layoffs, school and daycare closures forced many women out of work. And when we all started going back to the office after lockdown, more than 1 million women were left behind. Sounding the alarm of a looming she-cession, a recession of working women, experts warned the pandemic could reverse years of progress. But thankfully, that hasn't happened. In fact, data from the US government shows that nearly 78% of women between the ages of 25 to 54 are working, a new high since the year 2000. American women's participation in the job market had been lagging behind Europe for the past few decades, and the pandemic struck right at the end of that downward trend. In just a couple of months, 2.2 million women left their jobs. But the game changer, remote work, is filling that gap and has expanded the labor force to 1.3 million women. 41% of women were working from home last year compared to 28% of men. This could be the future of female employment. But what kind of future would that be? Sure, working from home allows women with demanding responsibilities at home, like child raising, to juggle a job simultaneously. But companies often pay less for remote positions, and bosses tend to favor the employees they see in the office with raises and promotions. While working from home is ending the she-cession, it also imposes a new kind of glass ceiling. Of all the things to have a problem with about the Barbie world, who would have thought it'd be a map? Well, Vietnam has already banned the film over this childlike impression of the world. It isn't even a central plotline in the upcoming Barbie movie. Vietnam's neighbor, the Philippines, though, has opted against an outright ban despite public calls to do so. It'll instead blur this map. The two Southeast Asian nations say the map depicts China's 9-dash line, which the country uses to justify that it owns the entire South China Sea. Although Warner Brothers has been quick to clarify that there are only 8 dashes here, and it's not meant to depict the real map of the region, but rather the make-believe world that Barbie lives in, saying the map wasn't intended to make any type of statement, although some outlets like Fox News aren't convinced.
Is Barbie a communist?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, Fox News, calm down, let's not go that far. Although some political analysts do think Warner Brothers had an ulterior motive in including a representation of the controversial 9-dash line.
Might there be a 9-dash line around Southeast Asia? Well, that's the big question. Vietnam banned the movie from its market, saying that that indeed was what was being depicted. The upside is that China has not. It's the largest global movie market at the box office. And Hollywood studios, of course, very frequently tailor movies to ensure that they get approval from the censors. But I do think the Warner Brothers folks did know what they were doing. I mean, you know, you're trying hard to get access to the Chinese market, but you don't want to alienate anyone. So by putting these 8 dashes off of Asia, it's an effort to get favor from the Chinese censors, but also not antagonize the Southeast Asians. Barbie, you think you're so clever.
Right, so movie studio prioritizing making money. What's new, right? I mean, that's what Hollywood actors are accusing the studios of right now, too. Despite the controversy, though, there is so much hype over the Barbie movie right now. I mean, trust me, all the producers on this show are super into it. And as part of the fun, online portal BuzzFeed asked AI to create an image of Barbie for each country. So using those pics, let's play Match AI Barbie with her nation.
Round 1. Which of these plastic princesses comes from Italy? Look carefully and decide who's Bellissimo Barbie. Have you got it? Yes, it's the Splendida Signora on the right. Isn't she perfetta? Well, maybe not. Those with sharp eyes might notice she has 3 hands. Mamma mia! Round 2. Okay, we're heading further east now, and all our Barbies are wearing elaborate traditional attire. But which Barbie is from Iran? Have you got it? Yes, it's our middle Barbie, the Persian princess with loads of purring pussycats. Though I hope she didn't sit on the one on her knee before this photo was taken. And round 3. For our final round, we're looking for AI Barbie from Turkey. This is a tricky one. All Barbies come from the same region, but only one is Turkish. Have you got it? No! It's Barbie number 1 on the left. Surrounded by cakes and eating eggs, don't be deceived by her pink hair. This Barbie has a look that no other Turkish lady has ever worn. Talk about being original Barbie, çok güzel.
Wow. But in all seriousness, these are the images that AI came up with when BuzzFeed asked it to design a Barbie that represents and reflects the characteristics, the look, and culture of every nation. Some have now been taken down, but South Sudan Barbie was pictured wielding a Kalashnikov machine gun. Lebanon Barbie has destroyed buildings in the background, and Kuwaiti Barbie is dressed wearing traditional clothes for a man. Needless to say, it just goes to show the inherent bias and cultural misnomers, racism if you prefer, that exists within artificial intelligence, an issue which needs addressing urgently. All right, on to what's trending. Well, a new food concept is blowing up online, introducing Girl Dinner. It features plates of cheese, crackers, dips, fruit, and a hodgepodge of basic fridge items. Looks yum. Styled to look good. It's pretty on the eye and seems tantalizing too, and the trend of creating snack dinner sort of meals has gotten millions of views, with women across the world showing off their smorgasbords. The term was coined back in May by Olivia Maher.
I cannot find the TikTok right now, but a girl just came on here and said how, like, in medieval times, peasants had to eat nothing but bread and cheese and how awful that was. And she was like, that's my ideal meal. This is my dinner. I call this girl dinner or medieval peasant.
But some say the meals are too low-cal and there's not enough food. Well, nutritionists are also divided, though one says there's value in the aesthetic.
We are very rarely thinking about our 5 different senses of taste and making sure that all of our satiety needs are being satisfied in a meal. So I'm talking flavor, texture, I'm talking combination of flavors, I'm talking what are you craving or what are you desiring as far as flavors and mouthfeel goes at this moment. So having a girl dinner, which is basically a smorgasbord of all of your favorite things, is a really great way to satisfy all of those needs and feel satiated and nourished after eating.
Maybe I'll try that tonight. Okay, next story. Fed up with all the hype ahead of the Barbie and Oppenheimer movies? Well, here's another surefire blockbuster to get excited about. Wonka is a prequel to Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and stars Timothée Chalamet in the title role with Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa. The makers of Paddington have already got the movie fans buzzing, and here's why.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Gallery Gourmet, my name is Willy Wonka.
He's good. Too good.
Pretty sure I've gained about 150 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
You could change her life, Mr. Wonka. Change all their lives.
Run away!
Every good thing in this world started with a dream. So you hold on to yours.
As a Roald Dahl fan, I'll be looking out for that movie when it comes out in December. And that's our show. Find our latest shows on the TRT World channel on YouTube. Even better, subscribe to our channel. See you soon.